JayJay Pinstripe here. Welcome back to the Hogs League. Today it is the final match of week 1. Here we have Bobby versus JayJay. Bobby, of course, in the Uncle Ham's Hogs, and JayJay playing as Piggy Striker. I am once again today joined by Fab.
Hello again.
And we can see the lineup straight away. Bobby going for a Grenadier, an Orderly, Paratrooper, Scout, and a Heavy Weapons. We are, of course, starting on Skullduggery. Round 2 will move on to P-Drag, and if we go to a third round, it will be on a Graveyard Shift. And we can see the lineups here for JayJay as well. And he's going for a Sapper, Paratrooper, Orderly, Grenadier, and a Scout. So both players starting with the Pig that holds the poison.
Oh, yeah. Glad to see some scouts, finally.
Yeah, they were pretty absent yesterday.
True.
But the guys should be getting underway any second now. Bobby, of course, is sticking with his heavy weapons. He is pretty deadly with the mortar. He showed it in the Hogs of War League Season 1 with the pros. And Bobby only managed a single win in all of those 9 matches. He suffered 8 defeats and finished second from bottom, but it was a valiant show of what he can do in the competitive scene. And to be honest, I consider Bobby to be quite the pro anyway. But he is standing in today for Methodical, who unfortunately had to drop out due to personal reasons. Our thoughts, of course, are with him.
Right, absolutely. We are here for him.
We are indeed. The community is here for him. But for today, as I said, it is Bobby versus JayJay. So round 1 is going to be getting started any second now. And of course, as it always is, the players go first is random. And it will be Bobby. Starting with the Grenadier. But he is going to have to swim, I think. Well, he could stay on the island. I think he might do.
Could be a worse spawn. It's not the worst, so we'll see what he does now.
Yeah. So far, he's spent 15 seconds thinking about life.
He's enjoying the 45 seconds for sure.
Yeah. Using every second available, and will throw the cluster bomb. Needs to make sure it does, of course, bounce, which it does. And detonation is good. That is a great start from Bobby. JayJay Sapper taking his turn. The pig that he had targeted just then, down to 64 health.
Has a chance to revenge already.
Yes, it is indeed. One thing, of course, to note, though, about Skullduggery is the map change that we made to this map, mainly the spawn points. You'll notice in the bottom right corner there is a health crate, and that is there if players do happen to have a jetpack, i.e. a paratrooper. And I think both players do have the ability to go and collect it. There will be nobody spawning over there. This is, of course, the it is the competitive ISO, so no pigs will spawn on that side of the island. But this could be big damage here for JayJay. 49 with the TNT. And
wow. Will he survive this?
That pig. If he survives, I'll be very surprised, but
it doesn't seem so, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's another unfortunate spawn point that we could possibly look at moving, but
that is true. That's what you'll find out playing this map, I guess.
Yeah, and Bobby's Orderly's not in the best spot either, positioned away from his team, away from the mainland, and if he wants to do some healing and tranking, he's going to have to swim and lose more health, but he's got a long way to go. He needs to get these jumps just right. But I think he's going to try and trank from a distance. That's tricky with lag as well, but...
Oh, no!
Oh, angles down, unfortunately. I think he maybe misfired or just did it too quickly, but...
Damn, that's gonna
JayJay will capitalize. He is calm and composed at the moment, JayJay. He starts off with a kill with his first turn. He didn't seem too bothered about getting damage with that cluster. He will lose some time, though, dropping from the highest point with the jetpack, but he will pick up the health crate. It will be either 10, 20, or 50 health. Place your bets.
I'm gonna go with 10, because...
I'm gonna go with 20. I think 20.
That'll be good. I hate to be right, but...
Any health is good health, and that is going to be a difficult shot from there, but if he can get this dead on, that will be a tremendous hit.
Look at... so close.
It just skips past him. So unlucky.
That's the second turn in consecutive that hits no pig.
Yeah. Missed shots from both players, and Bobby with the potential to poison what I thought might be the Orderly, but he's actually moving away here.
I want to keep the scouts away from the heat zone, I suppose. It's not a stupid thing to do.
But in terms of, you know, who you would go ahead and poison, I'd start with the orderly, but he has found the grenadier and instead is doing a lap around the island.
Oh, he goes for the double.
Oh, that has potential, but I think he's going to play it safe and just go for the orderly. But he's got to watch out for the water. Just gets it over.
Barely. Oh, man.
Doesn't get the double, but he got the poison he wanted.
This is the most important poison, I suppose.
Yeah, 25 damage there, considering it's the orderly's turn. But I see a trank on the horizon.
Oh, yeah.
A missed opportunity from Bobby's trank. Shot it in the water, and now he's going to be down to 110 health. And will lose a turn with his most vital pig. But heavy weapons can bring in some big damage here, and maybe even knock the orderly into the water, because if you look where he's standing, I mean, if you look where most of these pigs are standing, they're all in the outer area of the skull, as it were.
You're right. Quite dangerous. Oh, he goes for the grenadier. I like this. I like this a lot, let's say.
He certainly knows his angles, and I think he's going to prove it here. He hasn't overshot that. That looks good to me.
That's
the
beautiful.
full 50, and in the center, that could potentially be a kill here. Down to 30 health, dropping fast. He might make it. He does, but down to 22.
And what a position to be in.
Exactly, to nudge the grenadier of all pigs over to the island of no return. That's what I'm going to call it from now on.
Without that health crate, this island is just a curse to be on, to be honest.
Exactly, yeah. It's too far of a distance to swim, especially with that amount of health. And JayJay is going to have to do with trying to make something happen from this position with his most deadly pig. But he can bounce it, at least.
I'm kind of scared for the slope there. Yeah, oh, no! Not even one.
Not quite. I think Bobby can potentially get a kill here because the Sappers has less than 60 health, so he can use the high explosive to finish off the Sapper and draw it back to a 4v4 situation.
And he goes for the safe bet.
Yes, that looks good to me, and will result in the kill and the drowning of... Oh, no, doesn't drown. Falls on the edge, but gets the kill. Can't forget about the Sapper, though. Sapper's going to be chilling in the corner here for JayJay. And he's, I think, going to maybe gang up on the orderly or the grenadier, I think. I think he's going to go for the orderly. He's going to just pour all of his energy into poisoning the orderly, maybe.
Could be a sniper shot to the orderly, but... I think Bobby still has a grenadier, right? Or...
Yeah, Bobby's grenadier obviously just took that kill. He still has 120 health as well, and he's looking to get the double here, JayJay.
Oh.
Double poison could be big, especially with the orderly subdued at the moment.
the orderly is stranded. So...
Yes, and he does get the double. Great shot from JayJay. Both players matching each other blow for blow. The paratrooper on 140 health. Yeah, I think he's gonna get out of there. Get off the island of no return.
And perhaps hit a pig on his way back.
Yeah, he's got enough time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to use. But who does he go for? Because, I mean, he can knock the orderly into the water. He doesn't want to kill him just yet. He wants to gain that extra turn, but 20 seconds to play with. And with both the scout and the heavy weapons poisoned, that could be a game changer if Bobby is unable to heal his pigs later on in this match. That will be a full 40 and in the water as well. Pushing him down to at least 60, 50 health, 54.
We've seen some beautiful water shots so far. So
yes, and I completely forgot the grenadier on 22 health, so there could be a turn gained here.
Definitely.
Yeah, just immediately goes with the poison, dropping him to 7, and that will be a turn gained for Bobby and a potential turn gained here for JayJay with another tranquilizer, but not before he can get some heals in.
Who's gonna heal now?
I mean, obviously he can't reach his grenadier. His scout still has full health. The paratrooper still has 140 health. So, didn't really need to go anywhere then. Keeping track of the numbers of your team is very important.
True. It's... Well, thankfully they have time this time.
Plenty of time to kill.
Yeah.
So the gunner now down to 44 health. If he can take a sniper shot, then JayJay can potentially gain a turn. There's lots of turns being gained all over the place.
Yeah.
But he really needs to get rid of the orderly here. Bobby can remove his ability to heal. Then he can even the playing field for both teams, but that looks too long.
Drops in the
Far
water.
too long. But luckily for him, he gains the turn. And it comes to the Grenadier, so the Grenadier here could potentially remove the orderly from the battlefield, who is poisoned. If he can drop his health down below 10 health, then maybe, just maybe, he could gain yet another turn.
I feel like that's what he's gonna try.
What's the bomb is the way to go, but he's got a lot of damage to do. Doesn't angle it too much.
He wants to do... Oh.
That looks decent. It won't be enough, I don't think, but it will still be plenty of damage.
Next turn. We'll see.
Yeah. But the scout and the paratrooper, though, are still on 140 each, so 280 health between them. So Bobby has a lot of work to do, and the last thing he wants is to lose his Grenadier. But JayJay, as expected, will gain the turn from the damage on the gunner. So yet another turn missed, and it's back to JayJay again. Paratrooper does still have, I believe, one more jetpack to use. So I think probably on the Grenadier here. Got to get his health down, but there's a triangle of pigs getting closer and closer. And I think, yeah, he's trying to nudge him as close to the gunner as possible, but now he's got a tricky situation because, well, he can't really use the bazooka because he doesn't really want to kill the gunner. He wants to keep that extra turn, so he's probably going to go for the orderly, I think. Yeah, changes his approach. And if he can nudge him in the water here, anywhere, any direction, that looks too short.
Oh, no.
Doesn't get it.
It is a hard spot to hit because it's surrounded by water, so... See what's...
I mean, Bobby could again also gain a turn here if he can jump on the head of the orderly twice and then maybe knife him. He could gain a turn, but at the same time, the gunner is very close to him, so...
I mean, I think the knife takes away 15 health, so... Oh yeah, he has to jump on you twice. Somehow I thought he had 22 HP left. But...
You can see Bobby knows exactly what to do here.
He listened, you pin.
I think he can hear me, maybe. We are not in the same voice channel, just to let everybody know.
We're in a
he can't hear
place.
What we're saying, but...
Telepathically, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, but we see a bunching up here.
I think he's pushed him away far enough. The orderly is out of here, and that's huge for Bobby because the orderly will fall.
Huge. Just
but will his gunner take his turn? He will. So 2 turns missed by both players. Cancelled each other out.
It looks like a high-level match so far.
It does, but the numbers are against Bobby at the moment.
Oh yeah.
He needs to make sure his Grenadier stays alive for at least a turn to still remain in this game because the poison's coming out again.
So looking for another double. This is smart. I like this.
Oh, a triple maybe?
Triple? Oh,
look at that line.
Oh my god. Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
That's going to be a tough one to get it in between all of them. I don't think he can get the triple. Maybe he'll prove me wrong here, but it's going to bounce off somebody, I feel like.
We gotta show it to ADB if this really gets... if this happens, oh my god. He's taking his time.
5 seconds remaining, that's quite a quick one. Gets one, gets two. Oh, only gets the double, but still. Great play there.
Fair play.
One more cluster bomb to use. And the paratrooper, given that he is close to the water, I think Bobby's going to try and push him out to sea.
See, this
and
was...
he does. That's got quite a lot of distance. That will be a lot of damage. Will it be a kill, though? I don't think it has legs.
But it is so much damage. Oh. See, this is why I always try to target the Grenadier first, because his potential is insane. If a player can use it well, it's very dangerous. So
yeah, that knockback could have been even worse.
The knockback, yeah. In this map, the knockback could make a lot of difference even.
Yeah, he has to go for the orderly. He has to remove him from the battlefield. He does not want Bobby to be able to heal.
Yeah.
And he needs to get this on target. And that looks good to me.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And the knockback also.
I think, yeah, that's definitely going to be a kill. He's gonna swim towards him, though. So he could potentially get damage on himself, maybe. No, gets the 3.
Oh, my God. Very close, very close.
Bobby can get the kill. He can jump on his head 3 times. I think he will.
Oh, what a turn of events.
Time to play with.
Yeah.
And then I think he's just got to shoot him with a sniper rifle, get his health down to 100. And then, yeah, 2v1 situation.
2v1, yes.
He's down to 0. He is out of here.
Just making sure.
And this is the tricky part, I suppose, with finishing the round with a scout. The scout is handy, of course, given the... Oh, Bobby changes to the poison. He's on 140 health. I don't know if that will be a bad decision. I'd go for just damage over poison here. I mean, that's 25, but still. Because both of his pigs are poisoned.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he could pop this off. I mean, do you think he has potential to actually win? I mean, JayJay.
Well, I mean, my brain wasn't focusing on how much health Bobby had at that point in time, but I think JayJay does know he's planning something here by jumping on his head, or at least trying to.
He wants to use the slope as a speed increase, but this isn't Tony Hawk. I'm sorry.
I feel like he has maybe 51 health, and he's trying to drop him down to 50 and then shoot him, maybe? I'm not entirely sure.
I feel so bad for him. It's...
Yeah, he's just gonna... He's gonna body block as well.
Oh, look at that damage!
Is it? And it is enough for a kill. And it comes down to the scout versus grenadier, and the grenadier only has high explosive grenades, but mathematically, Bobby needs to stay away from any kind of water. He does not want to get nudged in. Again, I feel telepathically he can hear me somehow.
Perhaps it's the experience talking here, Pin.
Maybe. I mean, he's got 56 health. This will drop the scout down to...
Oh my god.
I believe...
No!
Oh, that is huge! Big plays from Bobby. Down to 19 health now. So mathematically, once again, we have a mathematical situation. And...
No, what is he going to try?
I think he's going to try and jump on his head 6 times and then shoot him. But that's going to take a lot of time.
He's not being able to...
He just can't get these jumps right. He does get one, but he's got 27 seconds to jump on his head 5 more times.
Come on, buddy, you can do it. We believe in you. Oh,
he's just if he was able to run, he would probably be able to do it. But
true.
Just too much time being spent.
This is painful to watch a little bit.
I mean, he's done it 3 more. He's done it 3 times. I don't think he has enough. That's 4. So. I think he's going to turn around and try and shoot him. He's got 1 second. He knives him. No, doesn't get the knife.
Not even the knife.
And this should be it for Bobby, who will take round 1 unless something insane happens. I think he's safe.
It is.
As he shoots the scout in the face. And what a game that was.
Wow. Amazing first round.
Unbelievable. Great plays from both players. Bobby takes round 1. And goodness me, we move on to round 2 on P-Drag.
The Hogs of War Grunt League, sponsored by Pork Rock.
So welcome back, everybody, to round 2 after that insane first round on Skullduggery, which, to be honest, I didn't expect it to be that close.
It was intense.
It was pretty intense, but we're moving on to the second round here on P-Drag, which I don't think we've seen so far in the Grunt League.
Yep, it seems like it's the first time so far. We weren't even sure if we wanted to include them or not. But we ended up doing it because
you've got to have P-Drag in the map pool. It's a welcome addition, I feel. But you can see the lineups on screen. Bobby going for a Sapper, Grenadier, Scout, Medic, and Sapper, Gunner, Scout, Medic, Grenadier, and JayJay here with, of course, the Sapper, Medic, Grenadier, Scout, and another Sapper. So JayJay, I think, taking the smarter approach, if I'm honest, because from experience on P-Drag, it is quite the Sapper-friendly map. It will be JayJay to go first, hopefully, so long as the game puts him to go first, fingers crossed.
It's all up to RNG right now, so we'll see.
We will see. Will we get lucky first time round? Yeah.
Seems like we do. Wow.
Good
Very
times.
nice.
So, key things to know, of course, about P-Drag. The edits I made originally, there wasn't like a giant wall around the center that used to be open. There were 4 tanks originally, but I reduced that to 2, and the health crates are reduced as well. But JJ is going to immediately go and steal Bobby's tank.
Great strategy. You know, I never had the chance to play on this map yet, Pin, so I will rely on your experience here to understand how this map works. But
Yeah, I'll walk you through it as we go. Have you practiced on it at least?
I have not yet, actually.
Oh, okay.
I've
Could
seen
come
it
in
in
handy.
match. Yeah, for sure. Oh,
Huge damage there with the air burst, of course, from the tank.
oh
And Bobby,
yeah, good call.
turning the voices off.
It's a little hard in
Pretty
this version of the game because the voices don't work. So
Yes. Yeah.
And speaking of it, even the song is like the music isn't working. So
Yeah, there's no music. That was down to the way that we changed the map. It kind of messed up the ISO and broke the music.
Right.
In future, I'm sure we'll remedy it, but for now, I don't know.
I mean, it gives player more focus if you think about it.
Yeah, that's
they are less
true.
distracted.
It's true. No music for anyone, but nevertheless, Bobby will retaliate this time on the Grenadier. As
Oh my god.
Oh, that could be huge, but he
The
bumps away a
knockback.
little bit.
Indeed.
I know. The knockback did him, unfortunately. But JJ started by going for the gunner, knocking him down to 55 health, and Bobby the Grenadier. But it will be JJ's orderly to retaliate in some way. Both players picking up only 10 HP, but 10 HP is better than none, let's be honest.
We have seen worse in some mods, so...
True, very true. And as expected, it will be a trank. It will be the trank orderly meta once again. Which, if I'm honest, I think from the Pro League last year, I was talking to Bobby about it. He did mention that he doesn't really enjoy following that meta strategy, but I feel the more he's played competitive, the more he's had to adapt to that strategy. Because even though you may not like a meta, you may not use that strategy. The more that you play through competitive, the more you realize, well, it's probably the best approach. But speaking of the best approach, that looks like big damage with the mortar, dropping
Amazing
in
shot.
for 46 damage. Oh,
Grenadier.
16 health as well.
He's already in trouble.
Yeah, the perfect amount of health to poison. Although I say that, and both players once again do have a scout. But do bear in mind, of course, JJ is the one in control of the orderlies with the trank.
I'm not sure why he's positioning himself like that.
I think he's disabling the tank, because if the tank moves in any way, he does get the kill. And he does damage himself by 10. But yeah, that disables the tank. So if Bobby moves it, he will damage the Grenadier by 20. And he will lose his turn, because as soon as you damage somebody with a tank, your turn ends.
Yeah.
So it's a very clever move from JJ, if I'm honest. I wasn't expecting that one.
I wasn't expecting either. I thought it was gonna be a disadvantage for him, because if the tank explodes, it's out of HP taken from him.
True. But Bobby, very strange maneuver. I thought Bobby would look to get the turn gained there, but instead he's trying to maneuver himself away, trying
But
to
now
stop
he's
him from
close to
blocking
the
tank. Yeah, now Bobby's kind of taken that position, so he does get the kill, but just a very strange turn of events there.
Indeed.
I was expecting him to just poison and gain the extra turn, but because when you do that, you draw JJ's orderly away from Bobby's orderly, and forces him to heal his Grenadier. I mean, he wasn't that far away. He wasn't that far away from the Grenadier. He wouldn't have had far to run and heal him. He would have had time to make it back, but
Exactly.
you kind of have to go for that and gain yourself as many turns as possible. I mean, this was the first time I played this map competitively against ADB. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine ADB was heavy on the scouts, heavy on the poison, and it really turned the tides for him, and he ended up winning, of course, on this map, despite my best efforts. And Scout is weak in so many areas, but so strong in gaining those extra turns.
Oh yeah. If you know how to use it, it's lethal.
Yeah, and when to use it as well is so important.
We're gonna see one of the shrapnels. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm getting caught up in scouts and poison.
Oh,
Ooh.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, finally we see the true habitat of a shrapnel. It doesn't happen all the time to find a map that we play
Yeah.
in the leagues. With,
Perfect situation where you've
exactly.
got flat ground and you've got tank.
Yeah, what's gonna happen here? Of course, the grenadier seems to be the target. Seeking shelter.
Yeah, he's gonna move himself around
Oh, of
and
course.
place the wall in front of him to get. He could maybe even blast him into the mines, or what I like to call the cabbage patch over there.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh, only 39 damage there, but I'm sure he'll take it anyway. The bar says that JJ is just ahead in terms of this match. He does still hold a tank, but I think he's done with that one for now.
Yeah,
I
without
could be
the
wrong.
super shot, without the how do you call it, the multi-shot.
Other.
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking of the Italian name. You know, it's colpo multiplo, which means multi-shot. Yeah, without that one, the tanks, other than providing you with a little bit of HP, they're not very useful.
Yeah, the armor can be good long term, but you kind of need to hit those shots with the bazooka once you've used the air burst. And 60 damage there on the scout.
Oh, and we get the drop. I didn't know about this.
Yes. As soon as you destroy the tanks, you'll have 2 drops, obviously 1 for each tank, and the crates contain a single high explosive grenade. But having said that, neither player currently possesses a paratrooper, so unless one of the parts of the walls explodes, they won't really be able to get into the center of the map anyways. But Bobby looking to blast him into the cabbage patch, and he does get 20.
Indeed.
So he removes that additional health that was picked up earlier, so he's down to 90 health. There are also some medical tents in the center as well. But
I suppose
again,
you can't climb the walls with the tanks, right? There is
true.
no way. You can?
If you angle it a certain way, you could potentially jump out and over the wall. But
are we allowing this kind of exploits? By the way,
yeah, I don't see why not. I mean,
sure. I mean, we
do some parkour.
sure. No, but I mean, I was thinking you can get out of the out of the vehicle when it's very close to the wall, and you will be basically no-clipped through the walls.
Yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's there. It's I don't see it as such a huge exploit because, I mean, it's only really for this map.
True.
But I don't feel like it's such a well-known tactic because most people tend to have at least one paratrooper. If they've played this map enough, that kind of becomes part of the lineup when you play on P-Drag. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe Bobby will hear us telepathically and do that. We'll see.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah. Well, he lost his tank and he's immediately gone and picked up the one.
No. Okay, I don't. It looked like that at the beginning.
For a second, yeah.
Wait. Actually,
he's facing the wrong direction because he jumps out from left to right, but
yeah. You're right.
nevertheless, he's got 4 seconds to play with. He's going for the Sapper again. Doesn't get the full damage, gets 36, but he does remove that 20 that was healed a second ago.
This can allow him to have a little bit more of a HP advantage, He really needs that extra shelter in this situation.
Get that armor. It's going to be very helpful in the long run, and in removing the sappers as well. He wants to obviously remove their ability to throw those shrapnels.
Oh yeah.
Seeing again as JJ has 2 of them, kind of wants to get rid of them as soon as possible. Meanwhile, JJ himself is again looking for the orderly, I believe, who will be poisoned. He will finally be able to take a turn, so Bobby can actually do some healing potentially and some tranking as well.
Oh yeah.
But interesting maneuvers in the end from JJ because he was, sticking with the orderly and looking to tranquilize him, but then he had to go and heal his sapper, and that's what I'm talking about earlier on about having to, maneuver the enemy orderly away from your own orderly to do some healing and just draw him out of his position. And in doing so, he's enabled himself to now do some healing and probably shoot the orderly. But then again, positioning-wise, they would be very close to each other along with the sappers. So JJ could say, screw it, I'm just going to do a lot of damage. But What does he do from here? Does he trank the sapper or the orderly? He can't heal anybody else. So yeah.
Interesting move, but
And no body blocking either.
yeah. Oh, he wants to gain that turn immediately, I suppose.
Immediately, and there could be a kill as well with the Grenadier on either sapper, to be honest. But again, the positioning here from Bobby needs to be careful. A lot of the time, players can have tunnel vision, where you're so focused on your shot, you don't realize that you're standing so close to one of your own pigs.
True, but it seems like he gets enough distance, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a tactical move from Bobby, because he's reduced his health by 60 down to 21, so he could then get the poison and gain an extra turn. But it's Bobby, so I'm not entirely sure if he meant that or not. No offense, Bobby.
He has proven to be quite resourceful so far, so...
He has, yeah, and I think that's going to be a TNT placed in between everybody. Everyone's just sort of gathered in this group, gone for a group meeting, you know.
You think they're close enough for the TNT to actually shoot all of them? Oh yeah, he put it at dead center, but...
Ooh, I think it only got the Grenadier, I think.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's down to 35 health, and Bobby will jump on his head here eventually. There we go.
It's not easy with the lag, you know. I know by, you know, watching the video it looks easy, but I can assure you, it's not as easy.
With that little bit of input delay, it is quite annoying, but this could be a kill here for Bobby if he can drop him into the center cabbage patch.
Really collect some cabbage? We'll see.
I don't know, maybe he won't like it and he'll explode. We will see. Does it have enough?
Oh, no.
Oh
my god!
No, doesn't make it.
No cabbage for him. And he's happy.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been a very helpful kill for Bobby, given that JayJay has the health advantage. His orderly still on full health, and taking the advantage to trank once again. He has used all of his tranquilizers, so that will be the last one. But now I think Bobby needs to look to poison the sapper and gain a turn here. He's on 20 health. The orderly has just taken his turn. And I think he can probably risk losing the tank even just to gain an extra turn, because, I mean, he can jump out with the scout, poison, gain that turn, and then jump back in the tank with somebody else.
Oh yeah, indeed.
But instead, he's going to go for the kill instead. Which isn't that bad, but gaining an extra turn can sometimes be much better in the long run, as it is the scout's turn here, who I think everybody sort of forgot about, who's also on full health.
Oh yeah, and he was, you know, hiding strategically.
Yeah, and JayJay doing exactly what I was thinking. He went for the sniper rifle, but switched to the grenade launcher, because again, gaining that extra turn will be huge. And considering the surface is so flat, it is enough. 29.
These guys know what you're doing. This is
exactly
high octane match.
Yeah, it's still very close quarters, and this sapper almost perished, but he will live to fight another day. The sapper on Bobby's team up to 120 health. He can't go for the orderly just yet because he will damage his own, but instead he'll look to do the same thing to Bobby, who is kind of at the same level as his own sapper, so I don't think that will have enough to blast him into the mines, but I could be wrong. We will see once again as he will drop down to 71 health, and that time gets the extra 20.
And another
losing a turn.
Wow.
Oof. And Keanu, Bobby's orderly, is on 65, so I think, yeah, it's going to be rifle burst maybe. Not before doing some healing, of course. And it probably will be on his own sapper. Doesn't need to go for the scout, who's on full health over there, so we'll bump him back up to 44, and it's looking pretty comfortable, if I'm honest, for JayJay.
Seems like he has a very good grasp of what is happening in the match.
Yeah. Numbers-wise, he's been on top of things. He was drawn out of position with his orderly earlier on, but it hasn't really come back to haunt him, considering Bobby's decision making with his orderly, which wasn't bad. He was able to heal and tranquilize, but maybe not the best target.
But gets the 45.
Yeah, so the orderly will potentially have one more turn, but whether or not he can do anything worthwhile, I'm not sure, because at this point Bobby is lacking somewhat in the damage department. He will get a kill here with the TNT, so it will be a I think it will be a 3v2 situation.
Yes, because we have a scout that is hidden still.
Yeah,
here.
but both of the scout and the orderly are on full health, so
Look at that HP bar. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unless maybe someone can knock somebody into the mines. I mean, there's still poison.
Scout could do a very smart play and just make sure every pig is poisoned and then hide, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he might even look to poison the orderly because,
oh yeah.
I mean, drop him down to 5 health, even if he poisons his own orderly in the long run.
Yeah, but well, the enemy orderly is already poisoned. Bobby's orderly, I mean.
It will be the scout as well, who still has the 70 health of the tank. And bearing in mind, when your tank reaches, you know, pretty low health, you can almost use it as a bomb. You can plant it next to an enemy pig and then try and damage it. I don't think Bobby wants to do that just yet. He wants to wait for the right time.
He's slowly approaching his enemy.
Yeah, but if he wants to remain in this match, he really needs to deal some damage to the scout, because the orderly only really has the rifle burst left, and that is a big shot there from Bobby, damaging him the full 40. But JayJay can get the additional turn gained and remove his ability to heal, but JayJay taking the opportunity to heal himself as well. I think that's a pretty clever move. He's making sure... I mean, you saw for a split second he was about to take out his knife, but then remembered, I should probably heal somebody.
Yeah, he has the time. He can do that.
Exactly. He's taking all the precautions necessary, and this is probably one of the issues that some of the players had yesterday. You remember Raging Looney and Oven Glove both finished with 2 pigs, and both of them having their orderly, and it was that constant back and forth of like damage, and then the other person can heal, and then damage.
Oh no!
Oh no! He misses the swipe. And Bobby can remove the poison here from his own sapper.
Oh, I think we had a lag spike or something like that, because... but it's still going.
Yeah,
Not sure.
Still seems to be going. I think they're mutually understanding the situation, but Bobby's going to continue and, yeah, remove that poison and look to tranquilize, I think, the scout here. I'd go for the orderly, if I'm honest. Remove that ability to heal and then just drop the health down of the scout again. That was very unlucky for JayJay. But he can even use himself as sort of a kamikaze, plant himself next to plant himself next to the scout and then immediately trank as well. Yep. Because as soon as the orderly dies, he can then also damage the scout.
Oh yeah.
So very lucky for Bobby.
I guess we'll go on, even if that happened. The show must go on.
Seems that way. I'm guessing they both agree to continue as it is. I mean, very unfortunate for JayJay here, but
they have been fully warned, so it's up to them really.
Yeah.
We can't step in the match unless they tell us not to. So.
Yeah, he's still in the match though. There's still plenty of time and plenty of health to remain in this match. He's by no means out of this, so it's still possible for both players. But
he's dishing out.
Yeah, more heals to remove that trank. Yeah. But he's got to watch out here, because sometimes you can get the double heal.
You're right. He might accidentally de-poison. Okay, no, I think he's gonna...
I think he's good.
He's good.
Gets the 20, and then, yeah, he's gonna leave the orderly alone.
Will he go for the rifle bars? Yes.
Yeah, the sapper might potentially have one more turn left in him.
It might be best to hit 2 of these 3 shots. What do you think? He is 30-something. He's
a 56, so he can...
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, and he isn't poisoned either.
You're right.
But he will have one more turn, I imagine. But it will be back to the tank. So what does Bobby do from here? Because, I mean, I just look to damage the orderly, if I'm honest.
Oh, yeah, he's already
But he's going to kill them both. He's going to kill them both, get extra damage.
Good shot.
He'll get at least 50
55.
damage here.
Oh, 50, yeah.
Yeah, the 18 as well. Doesn't drop him in the mines, but he is down to 66 health.
Another close match here.
Yeah, it's still too close to call because I've also forgotten how much health the scout has inside the tank.
You know, he might be almost full health, maybe 120. I don't think I've seen him taking any damage so far. But JayJay is disabling the tank again.
I mean, Bobby can just remain where he is and shoot the orderly from that distance. He's kind of at the right angle to at least damage him a little bit.
We'll see. We'll see.
He needs to be careful here. I think he might just immediately take out the bazooka and shoot.
He does
he
not.
does move. And
Smart moves. Very smart move from JayJay.
tank blocking.
It's like you used to see in the 60s, people getting in front of tanks. And hey, it worked.
Yeah, and as expected, JayJay is going to remove that 20 damage that was put to the tank.
I am scared to go against this guy, but...
especially on this map.
Yeah.
But it's still too close to call. And the wall is broken, so that... but that's the thing, again, like I said, if he does look to damage the tank here, Bobby can then use it as a bomb against somebody.
True. But he has to bring the HP down.
Yeah, bring it down to at least 10. He does, and Bobby can use this now to his advantage. Although, again, he is a scout, so he might have to use maybe the grenade launcher.
Yeah.
He's gonna run away with it instead.
So these walls are pretty brittle, I would say. They do fall off with a simple shrapnel shot, I think. I think that's what caused the...
They can take some damage, but Bobby's looking to park the tank here, I think, maybe.
What's his plan then?
I'm not sure. He's trying to get as much out of it as he can, but he's angling it up as well. I don't think he needs to do that because that's going to be... No!
What a great shot.
Corrected. 36 damage.
Great.
So down to 30 health, so he could get a kill here in his next turn. I mean, the tank will damage him 40 if it is destroyed.
Yeah, I think I told you a lie earlier, Pin. I think that scout is not doing too well, actually. We'll see soon.
Good move there from JayJay, making sure he doesn't clip into the wall, and that will be the 40 damage on Bobby. But he can now collect that crate potentially. But he is down to less than 20 health, 14.
Oh, wow.
And it's looking good now for JayJay.
I don't think he's gonna do what I think he's gonna do, which is using the mesh test. It's not gonna work. Not this time.
No, yeah, the rifle burst will be enough, I think. I believe. I can't remember how much the mash tents have, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think 30, but also I can't be sure 100%.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for Bobby. I mean, I was maybe hoping that he'd use the tank as a bomb. I was looking forward to seeing that do some big damage, but nevertheless, he will use the high explosive grenade. Doesn't blast him into the mines. And I think... he kills himself.
Yeah.
He was a bit too close. And JayJay...
And the wall slowly falls. Great. JayJay takes round 2.
Yeah, round 2 goes to JayJay. So we're going to finish things off on round 3 over on Graveyard Shift. So welcome back, everybody, to round 3 of this match here, the final match of week 1 of the Grunt League between Bobby and JayJay. Moving on to Graveyard Shift. It will be anyone's game, really, who goes first. It is left up to random. As you can see, Bobby going with a Sapper, Heavy Weapons, Scout, Sapper, and a Medic going last, which could be interesting. And JayJay going with a Grenadier Medic, a Sapper, Grenadier Medic, Scout, and a Gunner.
Indeed, and I think that Medic in the last position can be pretty useful in case Bobby doesn't start first, because then it's gonna be the last one to be affected potentially by the usual Medic meta, if you want.
That's very true, and I mean, normally you'd see the Medic going either first, last, or second. So, I mean, he's sticking to that meta of trying to prevent himself from being tranked again, and considering that JJ's medic is going third, it's hopefully going to be a bit different in this game. There won't be immediate tranking, maybe. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But we will see. The guys will be ready to go any second now, as we will kick off this round 3 and have a decider this time around. Finally, someone will win this game.
Oh, yeah.
There will be no draws today, I hope.
Well, one can only hope, but it's really hard to pull off 2 draws consecutively. So we'll see.
Never say never. Hogs of War is so unpredictable. You never know.
Indeed. And I just want to remind that Graveyard Shift is considered basically a beginner map, but we do have water. We do have water, so there can be some interesting plays over there compared to wasteland maps that are more landscape centered, I guess.
Yes, that is very true. I've just remembered that this ISO actually, I did make changes to Graveyard Shift because one of the pigs can be blasted over the wall if they are positioned near it. Bobby hasn't taken note of that, and he's immediately going to go for the scout position near the water, which is fine by me. If you can blast him into the center, it's going to do big damage. And yeah, like you said, this being a beginner map, having the water is a big plus, because if it didn't have it, it would be quite boring. It would be a bit like Wasteland.
Yeah, indeed. Which I know you made it a little bit more interesting with the HP crates, so there's that, but
There's only so far that can go, though.
Yeah.
When you can walk on any part of the map and not slip off, it does get quite boring. But then again, you can say exactly the same thing about Playpen, but it just has mines.
That's true.
I could talk about that for hours, but there was big damage just there for Bobby. Gets the TNT on the scout, and well, JJ will retaliate in the same way. The enemy gunner positioned even closer to the water, maybe making it a bit more difficult, because he kind of has to plant the TNT a little bit further back, because obviously he doesn't want as much knockback, but he will blast him in the water anyway. You want to get the pig as centered in the water as possible, because if he lands anywhere near the outside, that is perfect, because the pig will then swim. Oh, he does land on just the corner of that tiny bit of land there.
Yep.
That could have been a potential, even a kill there for JJ, maybe.
Ooh.
Bobby dropping his health down even further to 72. And yeah, he kind of needs to maneuver away from there, if I'm honest. Get away from the water. Because like I said, JJ coming in with the sapper and then the grenadier. It's going to be big damage again from him in a second. And well, Bobby's going to stick to the scout, wants to remove the ability to poison, and that could be a kill here.
What a shot.
He does get it.
The water angles have been quite, they've been favoring the shooter so far.
Yeah.
Seems like pigs always face against the shore, so that's
very true. But Bobby managing to get the kill in 2 turns, but there could be a kill on the cards here with the grenadier, so it could be blow for blow in the first 4 turns here. That is huge. And he does get the kill as well. My goodness.
And it's 4v4 already. Wow.
We barely started, but both pigs being damaged in the first 2 turns, both of them perishing, but Bobby with potentially the advantage, given that he does have the poison, and he could look for the orderly here. I think maybe wants to get the poison on him as soon as possible.
Oh yeah.
This is the first and only time that JJ so far has used a heavy weapons pig, which is quite surprising. He's going for the double, actually.
Oh. Well.
He gets the bounce. Will it drop back again? I don't think so. I could be wrong. No,
if only
doesn't have
the
legs.
grenade was, yeah.
I mean, he didn't get the poison on the orderly either. He went for the double. He went for the spectacular shot.
Oh, no.
And messed up the throw. Too much power. Bounced over the orderly, I think.
Ooh, how did that happen?
Sometimes if you put too much power into it, the game, the gas, I guess, the particle just doesn't register that it's gone through the pig, or at least it doesn't start emitting the particle until after it has passed the pig, in this case the orderly, and well,
The orderly just goes away a little bit.
But Bobby pays the price because immediately his orderly is tranquilized. But I guess in the meantime, he's going to retaliate with just some more TNT water damage.
You do want sappers in this map, as you were saying to me in the break, Pin. And
yeah, it's definitely a big plus, especially considering, I mean, Bobby going for the double sapper. I think he's learned his lesson from playing in the Pro League. This map did feature quite heavily, and yeah, it's exactly like Skullduggery in a way. You kind of need sappers on your team, and given that you do have the class restriction of a maximum of ×2 sappers, he is of course using that to the fullest.
Indeed.
But I'm interested to see how JayJay does here with the heavy weapons. Haven't seen him use it yet in this Grunt League. I don't really remember seeing him use it in the rank up tournament either, but we'll see how accurate he is in just a second. With 5 seconds remaining, he needs to get this pinpoint shot, and that is looking maybe a little bit short.
Oh, wow.
But he does get the 34, and the splash does get the 5.
Not bad.
So 39 there, taking all the time necessary to angle his shot where he needed. And it will be back to the paratrooper to, again, do some more TNT damage. Or look for the scout there. He could, like I said, blast him over the wall if you wanted to. Remember, the wall climbs are not allowed in both the Grunt and the Pro League. So even if you are blasted over that wall, you cannot use a wall climb to get yourself back into the center of the map, which is unfortunate because the walls on this map, on Graveyard Shift, are particularly annoying for that very reason.
That's true.
Does slip in. Oh, that pig spending a lot of time in the water there. Bobby could have ended up with, 100 health, but drops down to 89. And he's going to turn his attention to the Grenadier. And it needs to, I suppose. I imagine Bobby is quite accurate with the shrapnels as well. We haven't seen him use them yet, but well, not completely.
Yeah, I suppose the idea here is using the shrapnels only once you're out of TNTs, which makes sense if you ask me.
Save them till last, and that is plonking the Grenadier straight into the center of that body of water, down to 58 health. And I'll do him some good, but good parkour skills from JayJay as he jumps back towards him, and we'll use that cluster immediately. Looks for the other sapper down to 95. Maybe changes his target. Sorry, that's his own pig. My bad. I'm tired. What can I say?
Yeah, it's already been a long match, even if it doesn't feel like.
Yeah, we've had 2 days where both matches have gone to round 3, which is nice, to be fair. It's nice for it to come down to one final round. Sorry, the sapper down to 89 health, and there could be a kill here if he can get the full damage. He does. Is it enough, though? 9 health.
Almost.
Goodness me. And attempt number 2 here, maybe with some kind of poison. He's going to turn his attention to somebody. I'm not sure who yet. Maybe the orderly. He could still get the poison on the orderly if he angles his shot right. Because if you just have like minimal amount of power, but you angle the shot away from the pig you're targeting, you can poison someone and miss poisoning your own pig if they're doesn't get the other, but he got the one.
We lost you for half a second there, Pin. You were saying about the poison shot, that if you use it with low power.
Oh, well, did it cut me off?
Yeah, a little bit. We lost you due to lag. I'm sorry. But like just a couple seconds. You were finishing your sentence there.
I said, yeah, if you have 2 pigs that are positioned close together, you can actually you can poison one and avoid poisoning your own pig if you angle it away from both pigs. The poison gas has quite a large radius, so it is possible. And as we saw just then, Bobby almost getting the double and avoiding hitting his own pig in the process. Didn't want to poison his sapper here, who's taking his turn to deal another 50 onto the Grenadier. Could get the kill if he lands in the water.
I find it a little hard. Oh, look at that.
That's looking good, but does he
5,
swim?
4, 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Oh, gets him, and that's going to be a big kill. Because it's going to come down to the heavy weapons for JayJay to do most of the heavy work, heavy lifting, if you'll pardon the pun.
I think it's 3v4 then. We know that...
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Bobby still has a sniper.
Yeah, he's still got that scout hiding around. And, I mean, JayJay has his heavy weapons exactly where he needs them to be, just away from the action, away from everybody.
Yeah, you just need to get that accuracy correct, which isn't easy, you know, but...
He's got that strong defensive position. He's got an orderly who still has full health and is using all of his tranquilizers, and that, again, drops a little bit short again, but does get 36.
He did 36 with the earlier shot as well. What a machine.
He did, yeah. He's been pretty consistent so far, but he'll eventually run out of mortars, and we'll have to switch to the bazooka eventually. But this is where it's going to be a test for JayJay, because once he's used this final TNT on, probably the scout. He's going to look to maybe blast that bound here. Ooh, this is where this map can be very tricky, because you see a wall and you don't immediately think, oh, like out of bounds is right there, but it is. It's just right in front of him.
I don't know how you feel about this, Pin, but maybe we should allow players to actually use wall climb in this map, because exactly, this position is quite
the pig will, I think he will run back over.
It does. Oh, okay, never mind.
It's the walls that are on the behind where that sapper is that's running right now.
Okay.
Like that kind of position where it blasts you, not towards like the boundary wall, but where you can explode, but it's kind of the open space. You can get stuck behind there.
Oh, okay, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, and it just makes it difficult for players, especially if you're a sapper, for instance. You can only really rely on your grenade launcher and your shrapnels to throw it over the wall and try and do something. But Bobby looks to get the shrapnel. Doesn't get the crazy damage, but he gets something at least.
Yep.
And this will be the orderly's final tranquilizer, but I think he's going to substitute for some healing. Or maybe a kill. Not sure. Or does he switch his target, perhaps?
So that sapper has no TNT left, so yeah, it's not a very important target.
Yeah, he's changed his approach. He won't be able to make it back to the orderly in time.
No.
So, yeah, he's going to heal back up his heavy weapons. And then maybe look to tranquilize the sapper instead, given that he's only got 13 seconds to play with. No good for the rifle burst. Interesting. So he's going to save that final tranquilizer. Needs to make sure that he pushes him the right way and only gets to 30.
That knockback.
Yeah. It's a difficult one because the second and the third shot have like so much higher knockback to them.
Yeah, you have to make sure you are basically downhill, and that's the only way I think you can prevent the insane knockback of the rifle burst. Oh, but he goes for the double. Bobby goes.
That's unfortunate positioning for JayJay. I mean, he didn't really have tunnel vision. He was just kind of out of time and just went for the shot. And I mean, I'm sure he wasn't really thinking too much about being poisoned there, but Bobby takes the opportunity. And well, JayJay can get double damage, but he does potentially risk damaging his own orderly in the process if he doesn't get this one accurate enough.
I think he's trying to kill that sapper, if you ask me.
Yeah, he's going for the slightly longer range.
Good.
Looks good to me.
Oh my god. Oh. What a machine.
Down to 4 health, and in turn he's actually body blocked his own orderly, which to be honest is a pretty good move. But the sapper will have probably one more turn. He does have a TNT, so he could blast him off the map here.
So this is the infamous wall you were talking about then.
Yeah, that corner over there. I mean, it's so close to the edge of the map, you can easily just blast someone over the wall. That'll like bounce over the wall and slip off hit the map boundary and just explode. I mean, it's right there.
Ooh.
That doesn't look like a good position to me, though. I could be wrong.
We'll see.
The position in which you place the TNT is very important, but is it enough? I think it's too far to the left. He slips over. Oh, he makes it. He makes it down
Will
to
it turn?
50.
Will it turn? Oh, it does.
Yeah, he's back over.
Oh, very close.
Oh, he just needed it ever so. He needed to plant that TNT slightly more to the left.
Right.
There's
left.
a lot of intricate detail that goes into
Even a
planting
beginner map.
TNT.
Yeah, I didn't expect this, to be honest. I haven't played, you know, at that high level, and yeah, it seems like there are quite some.
A lot of things you got to keep in mind, but again, JayJay looking to.
Oh god, he doesn't find the land. Oh my god.
Lots of damage there, at least 20 damage or so, and he's going to go for the angry punch.
You know, in such a situation, that water damage was actually pretty impactful. Yeah, it's down to 19.
Because that's dropped him down to 19 health, and Bobby now with 3 tranquilizers and some healing coming in. But all 3 of those pigs over there. I mean, I think he maybe is going to heal up his sapper, try and keep him alive, or at least try and keep him as a target for the enemy. Because one of the things I find most infuriating in competitive play is when the enemy team still have a pig that's alive, but they have, say, health that's between, I don't know, 9, I don't know, say like between 5 and 11 health. Like it's too low to poison them and gain an extra turn, but it's just an annoying amount of health that you have to then take the time out to, kill them.
True.
Rather than, say, trying to gain an extra turn or something like that. But
Indeed.
Bobby comes in and gets the 25 damage there because he's poisoned as well, and this is where the extra turn could be gained from that unfortunate.
He's out of
poisons.
Out of poisons.
Unfortunate, but I mean, he could get the kill here. I don't think he needs to knife him. He's going to self-damage. Bobby should just go for the snipe, but then again, the knife does have extra range,
and it doesn't find the water.
Lands on the tiny bit of land. And again, everyone again is congregating around each other. It's just very close quarters. And JayJay will kill his own pig here. Nope, he's going to go for the orderly, but he'll damage. He's going to go for the sapper. He's got to take him out, get him out of the game, and then it's down to the orderly and the scout, and it will be a 3v2 situation.
Right, I mean, now that sapper doesn't have any more TNTs, but hey, it's one less pig.
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, yeah, right.
Takes him out just about. But this is what I was saying about that sort of annoying amount of health. Bobby now has to go out of his way to take out that sapper on 4 health.
True,
I mean,
exactly.
He can jump on his head, but jumping on a pig's head in that position 4 times can be dangerous.
I wouldn't risk
damage.
it. I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah. The threat of water damage and just the time it takes to do it. Yeah. He is going to do it, but he's only got 20. Oh, steady.
Oh.
Goes to the back jump. He's got to swim.
Oh no. 3.
One more time, but again
He
he's
lost
losing
so much HP for that. But
yeah, losing so much health, down to 1 health, and he's got to swim. I'd gone straight forward, and he can take that time again to trank, which he will. That is great play from Bobby.
That is, all in all, went very, very well.
Yeah, he got the kill. He had barely a second left, and gains that vital extra turn. And now the scout really needs to just snipe. Just snipe the heavy weapons. That's all he needs to do.
And, oh, he goes for the medic instead. Nope.
Decisions. I mean, the medic again has lost his turn. It's going to be the heavy weapons next. So you can deal 50 damage by shooting somebody, but I guess Bobby's making sure that there won't be any healing coming up anytime soon.
That is fair. That is fair.
I think if it would be a much harder situation if both of the pigs on JayJay's team weren't poisoned, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see if it's a clever move from Bobby. Either way, any damage is good damage, but don't forget the position of Bobby's scout there, very close to the wall. So there is potential for him to be blasted over and remain there. But we'll see if JayJay is planning that. Seems to be, if I'm honest.
You think that's actually able to knock him out of the map? Wow.
Well, at least over the wall, and then he'll kind of be stuck over there. But now he's going to blast him backwards instead. And only deals 33. And now he's going to go for yet another tranquilizer. No, goes for the knife instead. Going to save the trank.
Why waste the trank? Wow,
Bobby.
Amazing.
I tip my hat to him because that damage he did on the orderly comes back to repay him. And I'm going to shut my mouth from now on because he knows exactly what he's doing. He
does. There's not much left for this poor Rimsky here.
Fortunately, no. JJ down to 35 health now. It's a 2v1 situation with an orderly on 100 health. And JJ is going to run away.
He's running for his life.
Yeah, he's going to try, I guess, and get as much distance on his opponent. Which in some cases is good, but only when your opponent's pigs are injured and they have a long way to go. But I guess he's just trying to make sure. I mean, he doesn't have the exact position of the scout, so he's going to have to go for the orderly, I think. And that's probably going to be, full power, and it's going to go over the head of the orderly. It will damage him 26, but still. Down to 56 health, and this should be a simple rifle. Actually, no, he could go for the grenade launcher to finish this off.
True.
30 damage will do.
I feel bad for JJ, like in this situation, what else could you do, really?
Yeah, there's only so much you can do, and Bobby deciding to, goes for the grenade launcher in the end. And it will be Bobby.
And that's it.
To take round 3 here on Graveyard Shift. The pig turns around, but he will perish in just a moment. And who would have thought it? Bobby takes all 3 points and gets the first win of his Grunt League campaign underway. His first match ends in a win. Great play from both players. JJ fought well. Great match from both. I think that's probably my favorite match so far of this Grunt League. It's only week 1. Still plenty more to come, but final thoughts, Fab?
I enjoyed this very much, and these two players have revealed themselves for what they are. Very competent, very skillful. I'm sure JJ practiced on his maps, which is smart. What can I say? I'm impressed. This league is looking more, intense than I expected. So
yes, a very great play from both players, and I'm excited to see them play in their next matches next week in round 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this match. Stay tuned for more, and we'll catch you later for the next one.
See you soon.